Hey everybody, welcome to part 28 of our Watchdogs playthrough. My name is Chris.
My name is Trey.
And last episode, we killed Iraq. The whole country.
Killed
Every
every person that lives there.
No, the thug. The guy with the weird, Darren Malakian hair.
Weird
thing.
dreadlocks that only part of his head. That's just not normal.
Odd. Anyways, and now we're doing, I assume, everything that Damien tells us to do, because that's what we've been doing this whole game anyways.
Yeah, pretty much since we got the stole all the stuff from Iraq, we have to basically deliver it to Damien. Well, first get it decrypted, because that's why we freaking have T-Bone, the T-Bone guy. We have to get it decrypted and then give it to Damien so we can get our sister back.
Fair enough.
That's what's supposed to be happening. And then right here, I thought I was supposed to leave and then check my map. No, I got to turn back around and go back to the hideout. And as always, jump out of the car while it's moving.
It's that Grand Theft Auto mentality.
You just have to do it.
You don't slow the car down long enough to get out. If your hand leaves that acceleration button, if your finger comes off of it even for half a second, you're playing it wrong. You hold the acceleration until you are out of the car.
Never hit the brakes or anything.
No.
Turn at full speed. The car can make it.
This is how we play games, right?
Exactly. That's how we play every game.
That's how we're supposed to play it.
Never let go of the A button.
So Trey, here's a question.
Yep.
We have now gotten this far into the game.
So much, Aiden.
You started this game. You actually willfully volunteered to record it.
Yep.
How are you feeling about it?
How do I feel about this game?
Dirty cops.
Yep.
The club. Greedy moguls.
Eh,
Stand-up do-gooders.
It didn't-
Planning to blackmail the whole city.
what's the word? I thought more of it than what was actually there. There, I don't know, just something about it didn't live up to the expectation that I had for it.
Is this is that pertaining to your first experience with it, or is that just like you wanted this playthrough, you had high hopes for the playthrough and it just wasn't working for you?
Both. Especially whenever I first played through it, it just didn't provide.
That's so sad.
Like it's a good game, yeah, but they made it seem so much better whenever they were first showing it off and stuff.
That's always the way it is. Only reason I'm asking is because I don't really have much to talk about. We're now 29 parts, or 28, 27, I don't know, 28 parts in, and this is nothing we haven't seen before.
Except a different shape. Look
Yeah,
at it.
different shapes.
Look at it.
It's the Dead Mao logo.
It's pretty much. Look at all the red.
I'm sorry,
Look at
Dead
all the
Mouse.
red. It's so bad. Now, if
This can't be that hard.
they give you enough times where you can figure out where like anybody
Look
can
at
figure it
him.
out.
Somebody's getting sued.
Are you a mouse? No, his name's Default.
Default? Who keeps their freaking webcam on?
Who keeps a mask on?
I'm gonna under the.
I know what you did, Clara. Clara, what have you done? You done something bad?
I don't know.
Play me.
She's probably played a few people.
I'm gonna play it.
And T-Bone's like, no.
One's a hacker, the other a fixer, as far as I could tell.
Now,
Never heard of them before.
remember
Explain.
a while ago when you was like, is she going to turn out bad? Is she going to do something? This is what I was talking about, Chris. This right here.
She basically sold them out.
Yep. This whole thing started because of her, pretty much. If she didn't tell them who the people was, then the people would have never came after them.
Ooh,
Yeah.
that's like,
Come on.
I see your. Now I see your data.
Something. Or I think it's like, I see you had data. It's like, now you don't. He
Gird your
basically just
loins.
He took everything that they have.
That's
everything
not
that they
even.
just got. Gone.
If I knew,
I can't honestly. I can't say that that's really something that I think was well implemented.
Uber pwned. What was?
If it was a better character than Clara, like if she actually had some more significance to the plot, I think that whole betrayal thing would have been a lot more effective.
Yeah.
It would have hit harder, I guess. Is what I'm thinking. But when you're sitting here, you're thinking, oh, Clara, did something stupid. Okay, we didn't really know much about her anyways. So
It's like, why should we care?
yeah, what reason do we have to think that she wouldn't do that?
Yeah.
And so I'm kind of unimpressed. End of the day, that's just how I feel towards it. I'm just unimpressed.
Yeah.
I don't think and this guy Default, we have at the time of this recording, we have 8 episodes after this one. Now, think about that. That is a character that has had 0 plot significance so far, that is introduced.
Actually, he was officially, well, not officially, but
He was
his
officially
name was
introduced
mentioned like a couple episodes ago, I think.
he
Whenever they
was
were talking about
game he's playing, this
Do what?
default.
he was officially introduced right here.
Yeah,
Picked the wrong time.
like
That's
his name,
all I care about at this
Oh, yeah,
particular
yeah.
point in time. You can you don't just bring in these plot elements. It's like, okay, to put it into musical terms, it's like when you're writing a riff,
Yep.
when you're writing a song, you don't just take 20 riffs and splice them together with 0 transition.
We're gonna meet.
If it doesn't flow good, it's not going to sound good. It's going to sound disorganized, and it's not going to make that good of an impression. That's what I
Yeah.
feel with this game right now. I feel like they had a lot of really cool ideas. Counter hackers and the fixer situation, all that, Lucky Quinn and all. They had some really good ideas, but they just spliced them together in their most basic format without actually elaborating on anything. And I gotta say, I really don't care for that.
Yeah.
That's the end of that rant.
Have you said everything you needed to say, sir?
I don't know. I think I
I
pretty
don't
much.
think so.
No, I'm not salty. Why do you ask?
You need some water.
No, we haven't started covering Mario Kart yet.
That's just gonna make it so much worse. I don't see how I didn't run those people over when I tried to.
That's
drift
pretty
through there.
skillful, actually.
Those people got lucky. I was feeling nice today. And then there's them. Okay, so how do you feel about them? Since you were talking about characters that's introduced later in the game.
Who's them?
It's a DedSec. It's the organization that Clara, whatever her name is, works for. But they never show themselves. They're just a voice.
Why should I care? Literally, this game has given me 0 reason to care
Yeah.
about anybody. The only person that really gets any sort of development is Aiden and Damien.
Yeah.
Those are the only people at this point in the game that I have had enough interaction with on a personal level to actually
Have an
care
opinion
about.
about it? Yeah,
That if they started showing plot significance, I would actually, be interested.
Mm-hmm.
The organization Clara works with, never explained. As far as I'm concerned, at the moment, she could just be a freelance, hacker,
Yeah.
and it would change nothing. It would change absolutely nothing.
They never really explain what DedSec is. They tell us it's a hacker organization that really doesn't like the CTOS system, but that's really about it.
Trey, I have a very serious question for you. After doing commentary with me for this game, are you going to check with me every time you play a game to make sure it's not one that I'm going to tear apart in front of you? Because I imagine you started this, high hopes, this is gonna be fun, and the entire time for like the past 10 episodes, it's just me bitching about everything,
Every little.
everything that I could possibly.
It's not as bad as like Stanley Parable. Like
No, because this one actually tries to be something that's not just. What up, dude?
it's completely stopped without.
You didn't bring my dad. I didn't bring your sister. We're so predictable. I can actually read the subtitles now that I have a bigger screen to work with. I love it.
Look at his eyes. You see his eyes. On my screen, freaking Aiden's head looks so little, and like I look over to yours and it's so huge.
Yeah, we're actually like sharing. We've got because
He just said kill his sister. He literally just told Damien to kill his sister.
You almost had me, Aiden. You're not thinking it through, Damien. That deal is sealed.
I don't get his facial
If
expressions.
you kill Nikki,
Who, Damien? Or Aiden? 'Cause
Yes,
I don't think Aiden has any.
I don't get anybody's facial expressions.
they're gonna send
Damien always looks like he's smiling a little. Well,
Yeah.
Except for right now.
Damien, or not Damien, Aiden. Aiden looks smug as crap all the time.
Yeah.
We really are partners, Aiden. Like it or not.
And we need to just get this game over with. This is killing me worse than Jet Set Radio.
It's almost over, Chris. It's almost over.
I know. I think the biggest part is that like this game has had 30 episodes worth of stuff for me to rant about. It's because every time I think, have I gotten the rant out of my system, a new thing pops up.
You know something, Aiden?
I really hope that the next... I actually do believe that the next playthrough that we do is not going to be nearly as riddled with me, pissing and moaning about random stuff. Oh.
You seem to be everywhere now.
Sir?
There seems to be a problem.
shit. Better not hang around.
Yeah.
That's the vigilante guy. Although everybody already knows about him, so why is everybody freaking out now?
Everybody's...
Like literally everybody's like, I see him. He was always among us.
So much for your stealth, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's see you try to Metal Gear Solid your way out of this. Every person can see you, and if they spot you,
You're dead.
you automatically fail. Well, that's great.
Pretty much.
That's if Metal Gear Solid was a classic game.
Oh
If it was written with the Dark Souls mentality.
Look at that. I just destroyed their vehicle. How do you feel?
Don't force me to show you up.
There you go. Just run him over.
You just car food him.
Fancy tricks you do with CTOS?
He had an orange vest. Iraq's still alive. You have to kill him.
Everyone needs to die. Now Damien is in control of the CTOS. And there's nothing we can do because he's just going to make those things pop around everywhere.
Nice. Glad to see it's working out for him. I say sarcastically.
Yeah.
Don't let them catch you, my boy. That wouldn't be good for Sis now.
He's such a jerk. No one likes... You have no friends. And that lady almost died.
Every lady almost dies when Trey's at the wheel.
When Aiden's at the wheel.
Aiden.
Everyone
Well,
dies when Aiden's at the wheel.
True. I'll say this though, as far as the character interactions are concerned, the character interactions between Damien, Jordy, and Aiden, I legitimately enjoy.
Oh.
Like,
Especially Jordy.
yes, and I think it's because the insanity factor is played up so heavily. Because, think about it. These people have murdered literally thousands of people,
Yep.
in search for whatever. But we have killed, hundreds just this afternoon, let's face it.
Right now.
So, to see that kind of character interaction, especially with people that have a history, that's interesting to me. But like I said, I find it hard to really care about any other characters.
Yeah.
Man, you are wrecked, sir.
My vehicle is just gone.
Motorcycle. This will provide plenty of cover.
This is really not a good idea. I destroyed a helicopter.
Might as well.
Yeah, this is really not a good idea to ride a motorcycle, especially when I'm trying to get away from cops and there's a sniper shooting at me.
Yes, because we all know that in a motorcycle you can totally block a bullet.
Exactly. It makes you invulnerable.
Must be.
Yep, invincibility frames.
Invincibility frames.
All of them.
I love how it still takes a second for the police officers to recognize you as you fly over their heads. It's always fascinating to see how horribly... Oh, I've got the yawns today.
That bench is the toughest bench in the world. It didn't even phase that bench at all.
It's that motorcycle's about at it.
That bench is like, no.
There's not really a lot to talk about at this point, is there?
All we're doing is just driving around, trying to escape the police officers.
This is going to be a fun recording session. I can already tell.
This is going to be great. Now,
Whee!
as I
See, if
pointed out
this was
before,
skate, he would have landed that.
yeah, as I pointed out before, I used to not use the focus at all, and I just had started using it whenever I was in combat, and now you're starting to see me use it more when I'm driving, because I used it once before, and I was like, whoa, you can actually use it while I'm driving. And
It's slowly becoming Grand Theft Auto 5.
Franklin. But oh dear, I seem to have forgotten what I was going to say.
Something about
Yes, the focus mode.
focus mode.
Something about the focus mode. But whenever you use the focus mode, if you play Grand Theft Auto 5, you would know by using Franklin, but in this it's more sensitive. If you turn a little bit, it'll turn a lot, and it'll turn really fast.
I just talked to Nikki.
And I don't know. I don't really like using it when I drive a lot, though.
I think I know how to find her.
I heard a PA sound in her call.
In our call, way in the background, the voice said something. A name.
This is audio engineering at its
You can
best.
clean the audio, trying to make out what he's saying.
Excuse me, sir. I'm trying to get through here. My sister's in danger. My best friend has
Audio.
my sister held captive.
I'm actually, now that I can actually see everything, I'm starting to understand what's going on. It definitely helps being able to actually have a screen. And I'm really enthralled with how little is going on.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'll be honest, if you cut out all of your driving from place to place and just kept the actual, like, mission meat, quote unquote, patent pending,
Mission meat.
if you just kept that in the parts, we'd already be done this.
And we probably understand the game more than what we do now.
Probably, I don't think
No, I'm
so.
just kidding. Yeah.
You know, it's very unpolished. Now, at this point, we're not even going to have to do a wrap-up summary. We're just going to say, you remember all the things that we said in the past 20 episodes? Watch them.
Yeah, they're happening now.
Whether it disappears or it goes public.
Basically finished the game in the previous
Left off
episodes
for Damien.
before they even got to watch them. Right now, all we're trying to do is just trying to find an access point into the
Coffee
rat
shop?
den, which is default's hideout.
The rat den.
The rat den.
Dead mouses.
Mouse's
There.
base of operations.
Mm-hmm.
Base of dubstep. Actually, what kind of electronic music does Dead Mouse make?
I don't know.
I know there's
I don't think
several
it's
different-
dubstep.
No, I don't. Not doubt it's dubstep.
I think it's just
Probably like
techno.
house. I don't know, really. I don't know.
Yeah, or trance or something like that.
Whoa, man.
I don't know. We'll have to ask Austin. He's the guy that knows that kind of crap.
He's a trance man. Trance master.
I personally,
Trance master Austin.
I'm a little bit more metal oriented myself.
Metal. Who listens to metal? I'm just kidding.
He has
Look at
a
this.
sculpture.
It's actually pretty cool. It's like it's tape. He just has like, and if you look at the room from a different angle, you wouldn't be able to watch it, see it. You'd only be able to see it from this angle, and I think that's pretty.
Is he in his?
T-Bone,
Yeah.
wrap it up.
Look at all the keyboards. He is. It is.
He is dead, boss.
Forget the toys. We gotta get you out.
This motherboard, man. Whoa.
He's getting
Kisses it.
hard on over the motherboard.
That's great.
Oh,
Oh my gosh. But this is the end of this part, guys.
is it?
Yes.
Yes.
I just cut it off right here in the middle of the mission. 'cause I could.
Brilliant.
We'll see you guys in the next video.